Hello and welcome to another episode of the Monday Book Club. This week we're looking at the Trilisk Ruins by McCloskey. It's a sci-fi novel that you may have seen a lot of adverts for on basically every website that's going around that has Google Ads, because he's run a lot of adverts for it. Recently it became a free ebook on Amazon, so if you do like what you hear here, have a look, because it's worth it. The Trilisk Ruins is the first book in the Parker Interstellar Travels series, and it's actually not too bad. It's an introductory book, it's pretty good. It sets out the scenes and it sets the formula very well. It's one of those sci-fi stories where the author has taken an idea of a bureaucratic government being the bad guy and found a proper reason for it being a bad guy. Basically, it's so interested in its own bureaucracy that it's lost track of what it's actually there for. So it's a government that governs for the sake of governing rather than for the sake of the people it's running its nation for. So that's quite an interesting take. I was very interested in that. It's a good idea. It sets out a different way of looking at obstructive governments and gives you a different reason for siding with the criminal element, who are the main characters of the story. So that was a good take on it. Also, something that's very interesting that I don't see an awful lot in sci-fi these days is that it's a human-centered universe. Aliens are very rare, and that's quite interesting. So, to the point where the alien Shiny in this book turns up, and he becomes the focus of attention for the bureaucratic government. So that drives the story forward in a very interesting way. I like that. It's very good. And it brings a new take that, oh, aliens, that's weird. We don't see aliens. This is the second set of aliens we've ever noticed, and it's one that's alive, because the other set of aliens are long dead. They're like a forerunner race, and the scattering of archaeological fragments that they've left on various worlds is one of the reasons why the main character, a xenoarchaeologist, has actually gone out into the stars. So that was good. I like that. You've got the usual tropes of the forerunner race and aliens being around, but they're done in an interesting twist, and I thought that was very, very good. So I enjoyed some of the background details and some of the plot ideas that are in this book really well. I really did like it. Where it falls down, however, is characterization and dialogue. There are some points where you think, yeah, this is definitely first book syndrome. Characters will sometimes think something, and you'll see in the descriptions that they're thinking X, Y, and Z. They will then say what they were thinking. So, as a reader, you get the thing twice. You don't need that information twice. It's a bit clunky, it's very repetitive, and it's quite annoying. It's something that I would hope that, as an author, McCloskey would basically grow out of, because it's one of those things that you do when you're a starting out author and you're not quite sure what you're doing. But that aside, it's not bad. So the only other thing that I would say was really annoying with this is a little bit of characterization. A lot of the characters seem a little bit flat. They haven't got proper motivations for what they're doing, apart from the main character, who is bored and trying to stick it to their father, who goes out and basically rebels. The book is about their rebellion and what happens during it, which is interesting and compelling to an extent, but we need a bit more from her. And the other character, he's a mercenary. That's pretty much it. That's all we really know. And he's the primary backup character. So there needs to be more characterization. I would hope in later books we'd find out more about these characters, because I think with a little bit of extra bump onto it, these books could be really good. So I'm hoping that in the second one, maybe we get a bit more on that. But overall, it's a good book. It's got an interesting plot where the characters end up in this weird alien building. Is it a prison? Is it a laboratory? Is it mice running around in a maze and the mice are the humans? I don't know. We never get told, and that's quite interesting. In that respect, it reminded me an awful lot of Rendezvous with Rama. The alien device is there, and we explore it as humans from a human point of view, because you can't really explore from an alien point of view. We don't understand aliens. So I like that we're only seeing it from one perspective, and we only have the human's take on what this is, and we never really get any answers. It's compelling. It makes you want to keep looking at it. It makes you want to keep reading and seeing what's going on. So I like that. It was a really good idea. So overall, I think there are a lot of positives for this story. The Trilisk Ruins makes me want to read the next book. And I think as an introductory story in the series, that's a really good positive in its favour. There are a couple of downsides. Like I say, dialogue and characterization, not quite tight enough. It needs another look over, perhaps with an editor. But that's something that can be adjusted. That's something that can be developed, especially since as an ebook, it can just be gone back to if need be. But anyway, it's probably out at Amazon for free at the moment because it was last time I checked. So have a look. You can't go wrong with free. And it's a good book on its own merits. So I'm going to recommend this and give it a thumbs up. That's been The Trilisk Ruins by McCloskey. And I recommend you have a look at it. It's available in ebook now. Next week we're going to be looking at one of my favourites, if not the favourite, Discworld novel, and that's Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. So hopefully you'll tune in for that, and if you have read it and want to leave any comments, do so in the comments bar below, or on Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and all of that. And again, if you've read The Trilisk Ruins, then do leave a comment about what you thought about that one as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you did like this. If you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they know a good book when they see it, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching the Monday Book Club on ZJKR, and I'll see you next time.